Hello everybody and welcome back to another trip report. Today I'm here at Sydney Kingsford Smith International Airport at Terminal 3 and today I'm going to be flying Qantas aboard one of their many Boeing 737s from here in Sydney down to my hometown of Melbourne in Victoria. I've already arrived in and checked in at Melbourne because I actually just flew up earlier this day, but since I have my boarding pass, I can now visit the Qantas Club Lounge. But yeah, so anyways, let's go and check out the Qantas Club Lounge. Now that I'm here in the lounge, the staff at the entry were really friendly. It's actually pretty empty for this lounge here in Sydney. They have it's a decent selection of food. I've seen more, and certainly the lounge that I was in this morning, the business lounge in Melbourne, did have a little bit more, but there's certainly still a decent selection. And if you go around the corner that way, then you will find the drinks and bar. This is probably Qantas's biggest Qantas Club lounge, I would say, and here in Sydney you get a beautiful view over the apron and tarmac. Same thing. Anyways, now I'm going to go and find a booth or something where I can charge my phone up for a little bit before the flight. Now here at the drinks bar, just going to have a look at the soft drinks dispensers, self-serve, so pretty cool. Now time to go to the gate, as they just made a boarding call for our plane. We have gate 2 today, so right at the far end of the terminal that way. Here's my plane for today. This is a VH-XZG, which is a 2013 built Boeing 737-800, delivered brand new to Qantas. This plane I actually think has very recently been painted into the silver livery, because the latest photo on Flight Radar 24 is still in the new livery. Anyways, we're already started boarding, so I should probably get going and let's board.
Hi there.
Actually, sorry, I keep getting very confused, but apparently some of their 737s have the painted winglets but don't have the painted tail in the new livery yet, which is what's happened here. It's very hard to see, but the kangaroo at the back still has its paw, and that means that the tail is in the new livery, and like all the silver airplanes, the wingtip is painted.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, good, thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you on the way today.
Thank you. This is one of the first Qantas planes I've ever seen that has Qantas 737s I've seen with mood lighting. All Qantas 737-800s are in a 3-3 layout with about 76 centimetres of legroom. My seat for today is 19A. On the left-hand side of the aircraft, that's the way like left and right's measured in airplane or in aviation, by the way, not when boarding from the front. And here's my view today, which is pretty nice. Also, unless my brain's just broken, it looks like this wing is not painted and the other one is. Now that I'm on board with my seatbelt fastened, let's go through the seat features of this Qantas Boeing 737-800, which appears to be a little bit weird because literally just the wingtip on the other side is painted with the red and the kangaroo, whereas this side's not. And the rest of the plane's in older livery, so that's weird. Anyways, now let's go through the seat features. Legroom on this plane, it's just standard really, but it isn't like you know, a lot of planes except for low cost do actually a bit better, since it's only 30 inches and not 31.
Thank you.
But yeah, in fact it might be a little bit under 30 inches. And just here you have the seat back pocket, which has the safety instructions card, the seat bag and the magazine. You have a USB port here, which is always very handy. As I mentioned earlier, you have mood lighting, and you have a touch screen or IFE, so I might have a quick look at that later. There is also Wi-Fi on board too, which I've mentioned in previous trip reports, so I'm not sure if I'll do that today. And then here is the tray table, which you can pull out quite far actually, and push it in. A couple pen marks, and just a couple little pieces of dust, but overall it's pretty clean, which is always good, especially because of COVID at the moment. I'm not going to show it now, but there is a tiny bit of recline. That's about it for the seat features of this aircraft. I would say that they're actually pretty good. Well, I mean, like the television.
And it is now the time
good.
that the cabin crew take a
could
talk
definitely
through
be
the safety and
improved.
emergency features of this particular aircraft type. And even though you may fly with us often, we do ask that you watch and listen carefully. And also, in the unlikely event that oxygen masks appear from above you, do remember to remove your face mask before placing the oxygen mask over your nose and mouth.
In the 1930s, Qantas are world leaders in aviation innovation, with fully enclosed cabins and even seatbelts. Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the clasp into the buckle and tighten by pulling the strap.
It's on your safety card, also in your seat pocket.
Your crew are here to help, so please follow their instructions at all times.
Whether you're starting a journey or heading home.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for showing respect.
Now time for what I think is going to be a pretty long taxi to the runway. Also, something I forgot to mention earlier was the headrests, which is actually trying to come off instead of out. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't think that's what's meant to happen, but that's okay. Also, this flight I would say is probably about 90% full.
From Sydney to Melbourne, which takes you to the departure end of the runway, just a couple of aircraft in front of us.
cruising altitude of a pretty high for a 737, 40,000. Give us, I think, what is going to be a light meal. Anyways, let's just take a really quick look at the entertainment. Also, Wi-Fi is temperamental, but it works slow. But still, I would say any Wi-Fi at all is better than nothing, particularly since it is only a 1 hour flight. This, on the other hand, actually no, not on the other hand. This is not very responsive. I've gone through this before, but actually don't have a whole lot of movies on this flight. I mean, still, even if it was a 3 and 4 hour flight, you'd still have enough movies to watch. But compared to some of the other planes, sorry guys, but I'm not going to bother continuing to try and show you this. All I can tell you is there's not a whole lot of movies. I'm not sure what it's doing. It's just adjusting itself. But yeah. Anyways, food should be coming around just a second. Just seconds later, the very friendly cabin crew came over and gave us a selection of pies. There are the 3 options there. That's presumably is the Parmesan mash. That's the sausage roll. And that one's the mushroom lentil, which I don't really like the sound of that, but I know some people would eat it and probably quite enjoy it. I'm actually getting a bit of turbulence now. I just opted for some water, but there were alcoholic drinks and soft drinks available. These look pretty tasty, and I think that's a pretty good amount of food for a flight 1 hour in economy. And they do give you sauce too, which is necessary in my opinion. And I'll ask for a couple extras as well. As of about 5 minutes ago, we have started our descent into Melbourne Tullamarine International Airport. It's been just a couple random bumps earlier on. For some reason, the mic was really quiet here, so I'm just going to do a voiceover. So basically, the food, it was okay, but it wasn't particularly appealing. I didn't end up finishing much at all of it because it wasn't particularly tasty. But look, you know, for a flight of 1 hour, it's fine. Right on time, if not a couple of minutes early. Cabin crew have come around to collect their rubbish, and they're also very friendly. We have now pretty much started our approach and landing into Melbourne Tullamarine International Airport. Landing on the north runway today, which is handy considering that's the most convenient when flying in from Sydney. Also, I have to admit, it's the flight time today is probably 10 minutes above average, at least 5, because the total flight time, it'll be in the description, but it's probably going to be close to 1 hour and 15 minutes, which is above the 1 hour and 5 or 6 minute average on.
Welcome to Melbourne, everyone. Qantas would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land. Time here 6:39 p.m.
Lucky enough to be parking at gate 1 today, which, in case you don't understand why, that's because it's the closest possible pretty much to the exit. Just so you believe me, there's the wingtip on the other side. There's the business class. Thank you.
Thank you, bye.
So, as you might have seen there, that plane did have the Boeing Sky interior. Gonna go and see if I can get a nice photo of today's aircraft. So, but anyways, I might as well end today's trip report. Although I'd like to start by saying that Sydney Airport, it was really hot, but the lounge was, I would say, pretty good, especially since it's only economy. It's very interesting what they're doing over here, because there used to be a massive window just over there, but I don't know how to access it anymore. But yeah, and then after that, well, boarding was pretty good, like just seemed pretty calm and everything. Nothing too bad, nothing, like I didn't notice it was really well organised, but it also wasn't bad. But yeah. Also, on the plane, it was, well, the seat, except for that interesting headrest, that was pretty good. Could have done with a bit more legroom, but it's always been like that on the Qantas 737. So, yeah, cabin crew friendly, food service was okay, pretty decent. But overall, I think it's pretty good. However, if you can get like a $59 Rex, or if you can get a like pretty cheap $35 plus baggage Jetstar, then I think that's probably the better option. But it is always nice getting those status points and everything too. Anyways, I would like to thank you all for watching this video. A like and subscription if you enjoyed, as always, would be much appreciated. Have a look at my community page and website if you want to get a bit more involved with decisions on the channel and information. Anyways, yeah, have a great day, and I hope to see you in my next video.